Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.
The model is working, that you train them here, you empower them to be successful here, and they stay here.
Yes.
They stay here.
Then we can build the continent together.
And what is even more interesting is that some of them are not in their own countries. They've gone to other countries.
Wow.
At Wagrim currently, we have several who remain there and are working there.
Really?
Permanently.
Really?
Yes, we have Kenyans there, Nigerians there, Gambians there, working permanently.
Really?
Yes.
So it means you've cross-fertilized the talent as well. So you don't even have to, you've increased their employment mobility too. So you can move because you are skilled.
You're skilled.
Whether you're a wholesaler, retailer, or consumer, MNC Logistics and Trading is your trusted partner in minerals and food commodities trading. Experience the difference with MNC Logistics and Trading for your commodities trading. We operate a well-equipped laboratory that smelts and assays gold to ensure transparent, credible, and reliable minerals transactions. Our general food commodity market deals with imports and exports of food products such as rice, sugar, and grains. We pride ourselves on delivering products that meet the highest standards of quality and taste. With our expertise in international trading and logistics, we bridge customers far and wide. Locate us at number 4 Neosai Interfo Avenue, East Legon, Accra. Call us on 030-299-8246 or visit our website www.mnclogisticsandtrading.com. MNC Logistics and Trading, hub of confidence.
MNC Group is a leading investment holding company with expertise in minerals and food commodity trading, precious minerals refinery, real estate development, and logistics and energy. With individually registered companies, our headquarters is located in Accra, Ghana, with operational offices in Dubai, UAE, Hong Kong, and Guangzhou in China, Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia in the USA, and Milan, Italy. We connect business markets and drive growth. Trust us to maximize value in every deal. Call us on 0302-551-917 or 0302-551-918 or send us an email mncgroup@mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
Titans and Trailblazers, and for a monologue that will sort of anchor the part 2 of this riveting discussion with the Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Godwin Awandare. Now, since he's a health guru, science guru, cell and molecular biology guru, the second book is a health-related book. It's called Marketing in Healthcare-Related Industries. So I know a very harrowing experience somewhere in Africa where a doctor told a patient who had done 36 weeks, and felt like they were about to give birth that they should go home and come. And the patient kept saying, I feel the baby is coming, I feel the baby is coming. By the time the patient came back the next day, the baby was dead. The patient gave birth to a stillborn baby, and the doctor just said, well, you know, these things happen. And I was like, wow. Medical negligence is a big issue in certain parts of the world. But why am I starting with this story? I'm starting with this story because sometimes I think we don't understand that given the multiple actors in the healthcare delivery space, from pharmacists to lab technicians to medical doctors to even those who do to even those who do the core scientific research in health. We are all service providers. And to the extent that we work in health, we deliver services to customers or to clients. And therefore, the discipline required to deliver services at a very high level apply in the health services sector just as much as it applies in legal service, for instance. So this book is so crucial. And a few weeks ago, a minister of health in one African country went to hospital and was angry and was shouting on TV and asking, why is this door closed? Why is the water not flowing? Is this how you treat customers and patients? And as I watched that drama unfold on TV, all I could think about is, you see, in health, it's very easy to discuss things like, why is this patient not being looked at? How did you let this person die? Why is this person on the floor and not on a bed? But those manifestations of service malfeasance have a deeper strategic root, which has to do with issues around service blueprinting, mapping the health ecosystem to know exactly who the customer audiences are, mapping customer lifetime journeys to know what it is that's happening at every point of the customer journey, because patients matter. And for the last 10 to 15 years, I've been doing a lot of work looking at issues in the health sector, whether it's service quality management, doing training on customer satisfaction. I remember I did some work recently for a big institution in Ghana called the University of Ghana Medical Center. And what we had to do was that we had to do a certain customer journey analysis and do some research around what will constitute value to the multiple customer audiences. We had to come up with some sort of customer service charter, develop a customer service strategy from the strategic plan they already had. We launched it. I remember I was at the launch. We were very happy. And the deputy director in charge of PR and customer services, Prof, I hope that we can take the journey forward. I said, Madam, I wish you all the best. So please, when it comes to health services delivery, marketing matters, service delivery matters. Now, this book, we had a very interesting foreword written by a professor of marketing at the Montclair University in the US. And this is what he said. He said that in addition to seeking treatment and patient care, the present-day population is more aware of preventive measures, and this phenomenon has triggered enormous growth in a demand for a range of goods and services like wearable technologies, issues around nutrition, issues around what the social media is telling you about preventing even more than curing. And so traditionally, healthcare delivery systems were considered more like non-profit service-oriented activities with limited use of marketing strategies. But now, with the entry of privately managed entities, healthcare providers have changed the way marketing is used in healthcare-related industries. So in the context of that change, the professor of marketing from the US makes the point that we have made in this book an important contribution to academics as well as to health professionals understanding how customer audiences should be better managed. So we also argue in the preface that marketing has increasingly become a crucial aspect of organizational practices. And since the healthcare sector is not exempt from that general trend, we believe that healthcare is essential in all societies, whether it's in the global north or the global south. So the healthcare sector is responsible for the preservation of health and well-being of all the workforce in these various countries. And it's very important to understand that to the extent that the workforce is a critical asset in the developmental agenda, how we manage customers matters. But it is of concern that in several institutions, healthcare is poorly managed, assessment of customer value is almost absent, identifying market needs is almost absent, and it's almost as if because you are sick and you've come, we must take care of you. I have a doctor that's very forward-looking. They do wellness checks. So in between your annual physical checkup, they call, Bob, are you okay? I say, I'm cool, no problem. Then we are going. So this reactive thing has given way to more proactive ways of managing patients and customers in the healthcare ecosystem. And it's very important that we shift our thinking to looking at patients not as customers who must be approached alone, but customers who are co-creators of value. So sometimes when healthcare service marketing is discussed, it looks as if health institutions say they focus on the science. Let me tell you one thing I found out. Listen, hospitals who are poor, people die over there because sometimes the critical nature of the illness, the machine you need to do the diagnosis is $270,000 US. And your whole revenue for the year is $70,000. So you find that you have to fly the person to Dubai, Qatar, South Africa, the UK, the US. So healthcare institutions that deliver premium service, they have the business sides particularly well taken care of, so that the resources that are generated from the healthcare business become the platform for delivering the science of the clinical care. So it's something that is so clear to me, but seems lost on still quite a number of healthcare institutions in Africa. So what did we say in the book? We are saying that in the 21st century, healthcare industries and healthcare service delivery must be seen through different lenses. We are saying that customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, strategic planning, operational efficiency are all critical success factors in both public and private health delivery situations. So please, we argue in this book that we need to start building the right structures, strategies, skill sets, the right systems, the right shared values for building customer-centric healthcare institutions. We are saying that Marketing in Healthcare-Related Industries is a practical book that is intentionally written with case studies to meet the needs of the 21st century in the healthcare services market. And we have heralded a new dawn where we are looking at the dynamics of healthcare delivery in developing economic context. And then we've made clear advocacy as to how to build the blueprints and the strategy needed to excel in every service encounter. So what do we do in chapter 1? In chapter 1, we introduce marketing in healthcare. And then we give a historical perspective for where this has come from, where this is today, and where this is going tomorrow. I have a lot of friends in pharma. And when they talk to you about the millions and hundreds of millions of dollars they put in R&D, you know they don't joke. Because for them, when those millions translate into one breakthrough recovery, they can make their money back. But the fixation on the customer is very clear. And that's how they run in the big pharma and the big healthcare institutions in the global north. So I'm praying that that discipline will come down here as well. The second chapter, we discuss the 7 P's of service marketing for the healthcare sector: product, price, place, promotion, fiscal evidence, processes, and people. People matter. You know, a nurse can confuse your blood pressure just because of the way she's treating you. If you sit down for 10 minutes, your blood pressure will be normal. But the way she has squeezed the face and she's traumatizing you, you think you are going to die. So nurses, I love you, but you have to be careful how you treat us when we come so that our blood pressure will remain normal. In chapter 4, we look at how marketing can be used as a way of improving the efficiency of public sector healthcare delivery. In chapter 5, we look at issues around strategic planning in healthcare. In chapter 6, we look at innovation in healthcare delivery. Nowadays, you see, the innovation is a lot. And with the advent of technology, understand there are AI tools that can determine when you get cancer or not get cancer. It's very fascinating. So please, you have to get this book. If you look at chapter 5, strategic planning, chapter 6, innovation, chapter 7, we look at stakeholder management issues. Chapter 8, we look at consumer behavior and healthcare. In chapter 9, we discuss issues around people management, who to employ, who not to employ. You know, there are doctors who you go to when the thing is very critical and there's a chance you live. The others, if you stay with them, you will die. So manpower matters at various levels of healthcare delivery. Chapter 10, 11, and 12 look at things like balancing healthcare demand and healthcare service delivery, issues around relationship management, and then finally, building loyalty in healthcare. So here's what it is, as I close. Those who do the hardcore research, like my esteemed guest today, they must know how to be service-oriented. Those who do the clinical work, your regular doctors who check your blood pressure and tell you that you will live or not live, they must understand what's going on. Then those who are in policy spaces, that health minister who went around shouting about how people are not being catered for. They must also understand how to build health service blueprints so that we have solid overarching structures. Then we build systematically and get the excellence at every level. Thank you for listening to this monologue. We'll be back with more from my esteemed guest, Professor Awandari. We'll go back to him right now and continue our conversation. Thank you for listening.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. With MNC Properties, property sales, rentals, and management is a walk in the park. We believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 to 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We offer flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs, plus litigation-free lands in vibrant and upscale communities that presents the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 0302 551 917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers. I hope you enjoyed the monologue. Today I have again Professor Awandari, and we're going to pick up from where we left off, which is the fact that for WAGBIP, a center he founded, they've not only trained talent for this African continent, but they trained talent that is mobile. So you can have Gambians who are working in Kenya now, Kenyans who are working in Ghana now, and it's all helping to build a more resilient continent, to build our capacity to do serious work. He calls it basic research. So, Professor Awandari, back to you.
Yes, sir.
WAGBIP was famous during COVID. Why did you become so? What happened? You were on TV and said, hey, that's my guy. What was happening?
Yeah, so it's actually interesting. So, you know, when we started WAGBIP, like I mentioned earlier, it was for, you know, this big vision of building capacity for the continent, preparing our young people to do high quality science and to be able to be globally competitive in discoveries, you know. And then, you know, sometimes you can't make these things up. And then there's a real life situation
indeed,
where
yes.
the capacity we have been building
Indeed.
is, you know, needed.
Adequate to handle the matter.
Yes. So it's almost like, you know, this was what we were preparing for.
That is it.
You know, so we had, built some capacity in terms of, training people to do a lot of these molecular level skills. We had acquired some equipment. We had facilities and, systems very for doing some of this work, you know, genome sequencing and all those things. And, we work very closely with Noguchi. WAGBIP actually started as a collaboration between Noguchi and biochemistry.
Absolutely.
So we worked closely with Noguchi. So when COVID came, we started by helping Noguchi with testing the samples, and then we actually did the first sequencing.
Yes.
At Noguchi with the team at Noguchi. What happened was that once we started getting the samples, I had some collaborators at the University of Edinburgh who were part of a network called Arctic. Arctic is a UK-led group that are,
At the forefront
of
yes.
innovative genomics, sequencing pathogens.
They are sharp.
Yes. And the interesting thing is that the year before COVID, so it was 2018, 2019, we had a workshop at WAGBIP where these guys came and trained our team and others from Africa on how to do real-time pathogen surveillance.
Wow.
And we actually simulated that there was an epidemic. An epidemic
really?
By an unknown pathogen.
Really?
And how do you discover the pathogen?
No way.
I'm telling you, it's like...
It was like a simulation for the real thing.
Exactly.
My
so
goodness.
we had done this before COVID came.
Wow.
We didn't even know there was anything like COVID.
Wow.
And so we had this network, this partnership with these guys. So when COVID struck, they were one of the first people to, do the sequencing. And then they were constantly perfecting the reagents for the sequencing.
Indeed.
So when you are doing sequencing, there are something that we call primers, which are, critical in identifying what you are dealing with, the pathogen you are dealing with. So when we started getting cases here, these guys reach out to me and say, hey, we have reagents that you can use to sequence this. Do you want us to share with you? I said, of course. Of course. So they send these reagents to us by DHL.
That's right.
And then, so at the time, our team was working with Noguchi. So the lady who does the sequencing actually is a lady called Joyce from Kenya that we had employed to manage our sequencing platform.
Indeed.
So she was at Noguchi working with the Noguchi team. So, we got a protocol from these guys and the reagents.
Correct.
And Joyce and the team from the other guys from Noguchi, they worked together to optimize the protocol.
Absolutely.
They tried a few times and failed. It took us about 2 weeks to get it to work.
Correct.
And then once we got it to work, we did the first set of sequences, which then became a big news because we were able to do the sequencing locally for the first time. So
but
this
what's profound about your story is that there were several preparatory steps to that final big bang,
which we didn't even know we would need them.
Absolutely.
We didn't know whether we would need that capacity in our lifetime.
But that's why preparation is important.
It's very important. You have to be ready.
You have to be ready.
You have to be ready. And this is what we're doing. So a lot of the people who then subsequently, we went on and then sequenced about, almost 5,000 samples. And we also did what we call seroprevalence, looking at the exposure level in the communities. All these people came through the WAGBIP machine system. They came through the WAGBIP machine. They came in as PhD students, as postdocs, and all, and they were in the system.
And I'm sure they were proud of their work.
Oh, very much.
When you do work at that level, your confidence improves.
Yes.
I'm sure
you
go out thinking, I can do more.
Exactly.
I can do better.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is really how we got involved with the whole COVID response.
Okay.
And then, after a while, once Noguchi had, enough capacity to do the the testing and all that, we went back to our labs and really focused on doing the research, not the testing.
Indeed.
So we focused on doing the genome sequencing and the seroprevalence and other, research looking at diagnostics, developing rapid diagnosis and all those things. So we basically just focused on, generating evidence and data, to guide the response. So you can remember some of the times when we sequenced new variants that the president mentioned in the famous fellow Ghanaians. So, WAGBIP was mentioned a few times.
Indeed.
As well as Noguchi in some of those broadcasts because of, the way we're actively...
I want to throw you a challenge even though you're my boss. I edit a brand new series for Palgrave Macmillan called the Palgrave Series on Technology and Innovation in Africa. So I want us to do a WAGBIP book where we get some of these people to tell their stories. And then we write it up as an edited manuscript where I was going to use the word, okay, let me use that. We sequence the book into the different types of innovation that have characterized your journey. Because I think that posterity will benefit from a manuscript like that, even if it's 1, 2, 3 volumes. But I think, I don't know, we're going to talk about your comms teams after too, because we need some footage for this particular thing. So it's something that you should reflect on, because the story must be told.
Yeah.
So if there's some preparatory work you started, we could either work on it just as a pure practitioner manuscript, or as a scientific manuscript, like an edited one with the regular peer reviews, and then tell the workbook story scientifically. I think it's something you think about.
So, last year we had our 10th anniversary.
Yes, I know.
So
and you branded the cast with the 10. Yes.
And we did a documentary, actually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So our company will share with you.
Yeah.
We did a documentary. In fact, they have over 15 hours of footage, but they compress it into 15 minutes.
Fair point.
Which is what we went live with.
That's fair.
But so they'll share the 15 minutes video with you, which basically tells the story in 15 minutes. Okay. But then there's all the additional footage you can use, and all the stories around it, all the people that they interviewed, and their perspectives, and really? So there's a lot of material for this.
Now that I'm back, I'll sit with the people.
So work with the comms team, work with the comms team. You can come up with this.
You can do some great stuff.
So it's important to document this type of thing. Okay. Because there's a lot of learning in there.
Too much.
Myself, I've learned a lot by doing. Just by doing. Of course, exactly. Of course. I tell people that before we started working, I hadn't gone for any professional leadership training or anything like that.
That is it.
But I learned from doing.
Absolutely.
And if you look at what we've done, you will not believe that I haven't gone through any professional leadership training. Indeed. So you learn by doing, and it's
I agree.
It's part of
So the thing is, if you had to share 3 or 4 key steps that senior management in universities across Africa can take to build work-based type institutions. Just tell me 1, 2, 3, 4. What should they do? These are university councils, VCs, pro-VCs. How do you conceptualize and then build a system for producing work-based?
Yes. So I think the first thing that leaders of institutions in general, particularly academic institutions, have to learn is to be faithful to the core business, which is academic quality.
There you go.
You cannot build an institution by picking favorites.
There you go.
You have to focus on the quality.
There you go.
Work with the best people that you have, and try to bring more more smart people.
That is it. Quality matters.
Quality is the most important thing.
That is it.
Whether the people are your friends or not,
work with them. Oh, sir, thank you.
That is the most important thing.
Thank you.
If you want to be successful, work with the most high quality people, whether they are your friends or not, even if you don't like them, even if you think that they are obnoxious and they are arrogant or whatever, they are the people you need. Absolutely. In an academic environment, quality is number one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that's the first thing.
Thank you.
And then when you have quality people, allow them to work. Allow them to work.
Let them
Don't micromanage. Let them innovate.
Sir, thank you.
Innovation comes from freedom.
God bless you, sir.
In an academic environment, innovation comes from freedom.
Thank you, sir.
The reason why we've done what we've done, and it has become a model, is because we were lucky enough to have a university leadership at the time that gave us they understood what we were trying to do. They saw the vision. And they saw the quality. And they said, do what you want to do. Feel free. Just tell me what you want to do. Justify what you want to do. I'll let you do.
That is it.
And they gave us the free hand to innovate. And we've set up systems that you won't even get time to go into. Systems for finance, for managing facilities.
There you go.
Do you know that as we speak, WorkBip is not in the university budget?
Oh, you still operate on your own?
100%.
Oh, yes. Well, I sort of knew that, but you've confirmed it right
So
now.
we don't take one single city from the university's budget.
You self-support.
We bring our own resources, and actually the university benefits from that through overheads.
The overheads and things like that.
Yes. So how do you
create that sort of
kind of thing?
Framework.
It is by empowering people to innovate.
Indeed.
So as we speak, every year we bring in $3 to $4 million.
There you go.
To run the operations of WorkBip. So we've been doing that for 10 years now.
Wow.
$3 to $4 million on average every year.
There you go.
And we've employed over 150 people.
Indeed.
We've given jobs to people, 150 people.
Indeed.
You know?
All because of an idea and a dream.
Yes. Okay. And those the 150 people, that is not part of the almost 500
people
students.
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah,
we're talking about accountants.
Yes.
Comms people,
support staff. Yeah. I get
grants management people.
I get that.
Drivers.
I get that. I get that.
150.
Wow.
And we don't take. The university doesn't have to budget for us.
Indeed.
So
number one, academic quality. Find your best people.
Yes.
And number two, when you find the best people, give them room to innovate.
Number two is give them the flexibility to operate. Because look, you cannot, in an academic institution, you cannot treat regulations as if they are Bible. Every regulation has a context. Many of the university regulations were made at a time in a different context.
Indeed. In a different world.
world.
AI wasn't so big at the time.
Exactly. So you have to be, as a university leader, you have to be flexible enough,
forward-looking,
yes, to look at some of these regulations and understand the reason why those regulations were there,
yes,
and vary them to meet the current situation, so that you can allow your smart people to innovate.
But sometimes in Africa, the university leaders, they live only in the present, and they live based on what they see.
Yes.
So when they can't see what you see, there's a problem.
Exactly. And if you do that, you will not succeed. Wow. As a university leader, you have to leave room and be very open-minded, open to ideas. Talk to your best people. Let them give you ideas. Digest the ideas and support the best ideas. It doesn't matter.
You can even take it
and claim credit
digest
for
it and bring it back like your own.
Exactly. And the smart university leaders do that.
They do that. Oh yes.
Yeah. They take the ideas from their staff,
best guys,
and then they repackage it as their own and claim credit for it.
They bring us a milkshake, but they took the ingredients for everybody. So,
but that's smart leadership.
It is what it is.
That's smart leadership.
It is
because
what it is.
As a leader, the buck stops with you.
It.
So if things don't work, you have to be blamed.
If there's
but if things work,
it goes to your credit.
You take credit. So why not harness your best talents?
Indeed.
And make progress.
And fly with it.
Exactly. So I think that's
what about reward high performance too? Because you see,
yes,
I feel as if sometimes working at university is a challenge because it's as if if you excel, it doesn't matter. If you don't excel, it doesn't matter. So we're all inside collecting the government pay, and then that's
No, you need to recognize people's contributions. And if you want a university to go into a certain direction, you need to empower the people who are delivering.
Indeed.
And that recognition could be through honors and awards,
yes,
through giving them appointments and positions to empower them to do more. Yes, but you're right. You need to recognize the people who are delivering results for you.
Absolutely.
Because whether you like it or not, we are all humans. If people are delivering results and they are not,
they'll just step back.
Exactly. They are not being recognized or appreciated.
They'll just step back.
They'll step back.
You can do what
or they'll redirect their resources somewhere. Because in academia, I could be working for another institution. You wouldn't even know.
There are so many things you can do.
I can
sign not to say a word for 5 years, and I'll do what I'm doing.
I'll do other work in the background for other people, and you'll be surprised at.
And you will make more than even if you're working for the university.
Exactly. You work for the university mostly for free, but you can take the same energy and ideas and work for another institution and get paid.
Paid a premium, not just paid, paid a premium.
Whilst you are still working for the University of Ghana.
Absolutely.
So you need to recognize and empower the people who are delivering results.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's absolutely crucial.
So what should we do to strengthen science education in Ghana, generally speaking?
So many things.
Okay.
We those who are in the arena, sometimes we get discouraged because it's almost like we talk about the need for science, but we don't actually do what is needed,
but at least
for science
and math quiz, or that just one step. It's just one step.
It's good because it's in fact it's one of the very positive things.
Yeah, that ventilates the issues.
It makes people appreciate, that science
matters.
Yes, it becomes cool to be a smart scientist.
Oh, now it's very cool. I hear now when you have to go to a place like PSEC, one of the reasons why you choose PSEC is that you must strive to be
part of the quiz
It's like you
team.
must do so when they are choosing you be inside.
Yeah.
It's like I'm such a very prestigious reason to want to go to SEC now.
Yes, and now after normally after the competition, these guys are almost like Messi and Ronaldo.
I'm telling you.
Universities will be offering them scholarships and all that,
indeed.
because so it's very important to do that, and that's very good that we're doing that.
Absolutely.
But at the level of at the national level, policy level, we need to start adjusting our policies to be science friendly. Because when I sit down and I look at many of our policies, procurement policies, policies on importation of goods and things like that, you realize that those were made for purely, commercial type of business.
Absolutely.
So, they were not thinking about science and what scientists need to function. The fact that we deal with perishable, reagents and things like that. The fact that the reagents we use are very expensive.
Indeed.
So you can imagine that sometimes you get reagents that are as small as this, but the cost is in tens of thousands of dollars.
Indeed.
But the system doesn't recognize the possibilities of these type of things. So we struggle with procurement processes, like I mentioned to you, take so long to other things because these things are not made here, and it's like a chicken egg. Sometimes they say, but why don't you make them here? You are scientists, why can't you make them here? Well, you need to develop the systems and the competence and the research that will then lead you to do them here.
Hold that thought. Please, on the issue of developing local competence, we'll be back again with more of Titans and Trailblazers. Please stay tuned.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. With MNC Properties, property sales, rentals, and management is a walk in the park. We believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 to 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We offer flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs, plus litigation-free lands in vibrant and upscale communities that presents the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 0302 551 917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
We are back on Titans and Trailblazers with a very fascinating and energetic Professor Wandare, who was moving between primary schools and ended up at PRESEC. We were talking about how to improve science policy and science thinking in order to build a better country. So we have to have more innovative issues around procurement and logistics.
We have to be very intentional about facilitating science. So we have to say that it's almost like the way now we are conscious about gender and diversity and things. Any policy you are doing, you are conscious that
it must be gender friendly.
It's gender friendly, that is disability friendly.
Correct.
We have to have the same kind of thinking when it comes to science. If we really want to make progress and be one of the leading innovative countries, we have to always think about it. So whenever you're doing a policy, you think about how can we make this science-based, evidence-based? How can we facilitate the involvement of scientists and innovation in this policy? But we haven't been doing that. So we do policies that we as and we look at it, we shake our head and we're like, wow, what's going on? I mean, it's like you are blind to the needs of science and innovation.
Indeed.
So there has to be that national orientation. And I wish the president would sort of lead that crusade and say that we want science to lead. Indeed. We want to be a leader in science. Look at places like Rwanda.
Yes.
Their president is like that. He thinks about science and innovation.
And he says it openly.
He says it openly.
I mean,
and everything they do,
yes,
it is embedded in it. Yes. We need that kind of thinking. Yes. And it's
bearing fruit for
them. It's
them.
bearing fruit for them. They are way ahead of us in terms of scientific innovation. Yes. Because if you put the energy in it, you have to be, it has to be intentional. Here we don't do that, you know. And it's a shame because there's so much potential. There are so many talented people in this country. If we provide an enabling environment, we can have a lot of innovations here. Many of these people, like I said, they will go and work for another company in another country.
Yes.
Yeah, if you look across the continent, even overseas, in the US, UK, you find Ghanaians working in some of the
most prestigious
institutions and industries.
That's true. That's true. That's very
because
true.
we are not creating the enabling environment for them to
thrive here.
To thrive here.
Yes.
So they'll take it somewhere else and earn money instead of making it.
But Professor Wanda, isn't the paradox then that we are good at using big words around science and tech? Big words.
Yes.
But when you look at the actual structures, procedures, systems for delivery on those big words, they're absent.
Absolutely.
But we keep deluding ourselves with those big words. Yeah. I don't know.
Let me give you 2 examples. First one, the National Research and Innovation Fund.
Correct.
So this was something we've been pushing for years.
Correct.
Finally, the last government, when they came, actually with the initial energy, they went ahead and did a bill that passed Parliament, I think probably in 2020 or something like that. Like 5 years ago or so, or 2020 or 2021. The bill was passed and everything, but then it was
shelved.
Wow. Because they needed to put an initial,
seed amount
to get it going. Never happened. Later on, I heard that there was some turf war between MESTI, the Ministry of Environment Science, and then Education.
I heard about that war as well.
I mean, this should be resolved in a week.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be an issue.
This shouldn't delay such an important, national policy. But here we are, up to now, hasn't been operationalized.
But we've heard a new promise from the new president.
Yes. So in fact, as university management, the few interactions we've had with the Minister for Education, with the President, we've brought this up that this needs to be done, and both the President and the Minister are keen to get this going. In fact, the former President, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, the few times that we've had interaction with him, we also mentioned, he always promised to get it going. But anyway, we need to get it going because, like you said, we talk and it doesn't. We've passed the bill. It's been sitting for 5 years. I mean, so many funders have told me, in my conversations with them, that if we just start and put some seed money there,
they can start matching it.
They can match it.
It is what it is.
You can put $5 million and go to Wellcome Trust and say match.
Absolutely.
Match my first $5 million.
Yes.
You can go to Gates Foundation and say match my first $5 million.
Absolutely.
But you have to show that you care about yourself.
You must have skin in the game. You don't have skin in the game. We can't help you.
That effort, not done for 5 years. I give you another example. A few years ago, as part of financial restructuring, whatever.
Yes, sir.
They made the process of getting clearance, exemption for clearing
regions and stuff like that.
Made it more difficult.
Wow. That's a backward step, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they've taken a step backwards because they were thinking about how, they felt that they were losing revenue through this, and they want to plug the hole. But in doing that, think about science, think about those who do research. Think about
they should focus on the second cars they are allowed to come inside.
I know.
Not the agents.
It's like you are squeezing the wrong people, So they've made the whole thing almost impossible to get. So you end up having to pay the duty and things anyway because your agents will get
messed up.
They would expire.
Absolutely.
Or they are perishable. So you can't keep them at the airport for weeks, you end up losing tens of thousands of dollars that you've used to buy these reagents. So you end up just paying for it. And what that means is that the cost of doing science is 50 to 100% higher than other countries, including African countries. A few weeks ago, we had a small conference at WAGBIP, and we had colleagues from other countries, and we talked about some of these things. You'll be surprised that not only in Rwanda, but if you look at countries like the Gambia, Kenya, Uganda, Malawi,
They're becoming serious.
Their government has deliberately put in measures to exempt, their leading research institutions from these type of
encumbrances.
Yes. So when the thing arrives and let's say it's for Noguchi,
it's expedited.
Don't even waste time.
Don't waste time.
It's for Noguchi, let it go. It's for WAGBIP, let it go.
Yes.
You don't even waste time. Yes. You can do the paperwork later.
Yes.
But these are people who understand
the importance of science.
The importance of science, the seriousness of these things. So how much money are you going to get from doing all these things relative to the impact that you would get if you promote research?
Absolutely.
The long term.
Absolutely.
Maybe immediately you get a few $1,000s as a customs revenue or whatever. But if you want
it compared to the long-term
impact you are looking for, the sustainability, how do we develop as a country? How do we get science to be at the forefront? You have to think about that long term. It's way, way more than the few $1,000s you get as
Since you've used the word
sustainability
and issues around green and triple bottom line, ecologically friendly, reducing carbon footprint, carbon credit, carbon financing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this whole sustainability thing? Is it a big thing or not?
It is. I mean, climate
change is real.
It's real. I mean, we can all see it.
Yes.
And the way to deal with it is to sort of address it whilst creating, you harness the resilience for economic development. Indeed. So you look at how to, fight climate change whilst creating jobs, whilst promoting businesses, whilst empowering young people to build their own businesses or to become more employable. So that is what we need to do. Currently at the university, I don't know if you heard, we got a big project from the MasterCard Foundation on climate and sustainability, climate resilience and sustainability. It's both capacity building and research. And actually, there's also a big part of entrepreneurship and innovation in it. So, that project is an example of what, opportunities exist.
Indeed.
That allow us to address this climate issue whilst promoting sustainability.
Indeed.
And it is all for our own good, because if we have green energy solutions, they are cheaper, they are more sustainable, we have a better environment, better quality life.
Indeed.
So yeah, these are real challenges, but we have to look at how we can use them, to improve our own economic well-being.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a new book coming out on sustainability management in the next maybe 3 weeks, published by Roosted, Taylor and Francis. Now that we have this project, maybe I'll look for the leader that we can launch it together.
I am the leader.
You are the leader? Oh, then please, you have to launch it for us.
I am the leader of the project at UG, yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk after the show and see what we can do together.
Yes, sir.
But you moved from head of department to director of WAGBIP, they became Pro-VC. So what have the varying level of complexities been from HOD to director to Pro-VC, and how are you handling them?
Yeah, so obviously, as you go higher in the university management system, responsibilities increase.
Indeed.
And then your view has to be brought out.
Correct.
Because as director of WAGBIP, I have to think about science and
the center.
But once you sit in the Pro-VC office, you have to think more about the institutional level policies. What policies
build the welfare.
Exactly. And so for me, I think that my journey has also impacted how I have done my job as Pro VC.
Okay.
Because I came into the job with a mindset that we need to be more efficient. We need to make the system work better.
Of course.
And that's because of what I've built at WorkBabe. And yeah, because I see the difference between a well-functioning institution and a not so efficient one.
Indeed.
You know, in terms of results and ability to attract funding.
Indeed.
And global.
Even employee attitudes alone.
Exactly. So, huge difference.
Yes.
So, I really approach it from that point of view, that it's about making UG stronger by strengthening our structures.
Correct.
By basically updating our regulations to make them not restrictive, but more enabling and more, you know,
allowing innovation.
More amenable to flexibility and innovation.
Indeed.
And in the process, also holding people accountable.
Indeed.
One of the things I'm very big on is holding people accountable.
That is it. That
you
is
know,
it.
people have to do their jobs.
That is it.
People have to do their job. You can't have an institution where, let's say, people are slacking. Because the system works well when everybody is doing their job.
I agree.
And delivering 110%.
But you see, sometimes, if as provis you want to demand that, you run into obstacles.
But
you have personal conflicts. You have people who wonder why you are asking for better output when nobody has asked them before.
Yes.
How do you manage that? Or it has to be done?
Exactly. So my posture is that what needs to be done has to be done.
Okay.
If that makes people unhappy, too bad. I am willing for people to be unhappy with me for doing the right thing.
Yes, and for the work to get done.
And for the work to get done.
It is what it is.
So for me, that's my posture.
Okay.
If you don't like me, so maybe you vote for me to be an MP one day, that's fine.
That's fine.
I don't want to.
What happens is the quality of the track record you build.
Yes.
Because that's what you keep for life.
Yes.
So if you compromise just so you are liked and the system suffers, it means you're a bad Pro VC.
No, you cannot have effective leadership by everybody liking
you.
No.
And clapping for you.
No. If you want to be effective, definitely some people will not be happy.
Okay.
Because that's just the way the system is.
Okay.
That's the way the system. So you have to be willing to be
a little unpopular
for things to be done.
Indeed.
At the end of the day, most fair-minded people would see that you are getting things done.
Absolutely. And posterity will judge you kindly.
Exactly. You're getting things done.
Rather than being nice to everybody, then they say, oh.
Yeah. So
no
for me,
done.
I don't worry too much about people not being happy because I insist that the right things to be done.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
So please, now I'm coming to my fight with you over the last maybe 10, 15 years. You had some big conference recently with GTEC in the city auditorium with your usual topics. There was nothing on marketing, alumni management, nothing on institutional advance, nothing on branding. Sir, please, why do big people like you not focus as much as you could on these issues? What is the problem? It's not a huge problem. It's across the continent.
Yes, I agree with you. I think one of the issues we have, from where I said, is that there are some fundamental problems.
Okay.
Because for me, you have to be able to market yourself after
you have a good product. I agree.
And I think one of the key problems we have
is fixing the product.
Fixing the product.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes some of us are not even comfortable over marketing what you have.
Or advertising it.
Because you yourself know that there are deficiencies in there.
Congratulations, sir.
So I think that's the fundamental problem.
Okay.
So it's like we need to fix the product first.
Yes.
Then we can go
and promote it.
Promote it well.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that we should completely ignore the important part of promoting
and the branding.
And branding. So we're trying to do alongside.
Okay.
It's just that there's so much work to do
in getting the product and
fixing the product.
Right. Okay.
Because when we started WorkBabe, for example, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
Initially, people were saying that, you are doing a lot of things, but people don't know about it and all that.
Okay.
But I told people that.
Just hold on a bit.
Just hold on.
We are perfecting
I want to deliver results first.
That is it.
I want to have high quality publications first.
That's right.
I want to produce PhD students who are working in serious institutions.
And our Trailblazers.
Before I start making noise.
That's fair.
And that's the way we did it.
It's a good approach.
So we were not making noise for a few years.
It's a good approach.
And then we started making noise.
It's a good approach.
So it's the same with most of our tertiary institutions.
So let me ask you a question again. Since you've given me the best answer for a non-marketer, I have a follow-on question.
Yeah.
So when head of departments wake up in Africa, do they know I must have the best undergrad programs.
Exactly.
I must have the best master's programs.
Exactly.
I must have the best PhD students. My enrollment ratios should look like this. My graduation ratio should look like this. I must have a certain male, female. But I'm like, most heads, most deans, several directors don't wake up with a clear sense of the quality matrices, the KPIs we are working with, where the gaps are, so that this your promise of fixing the product happens.
Exactly.
So how do we shift the mindset? Because if you don't shift to a quality mindset, it's just talk.
Yes.
But people don't understand the absolute importance of a world-class product before you go to market. So what should we do?
I think the processes for selecting leaders is key.
It's key.
You know, you have to have a process that's robust, that selects
the very
achievers.
best.
Yes.
Oh, Professor Wandari.
I mean, sometimes you look
deserve
at
a Nobel Prize for this. My goodness.
Sometimes you look at institutions and the person they've chosen, you look at what have they done before?
Seriously. What track record does
lead,
this one bring?
You are leading a big institution. What have you haven't built any small institution
at all,
but you want to lead a big institution. So the processes for choosing leaders has to be fixed.
Their own scholarship sometimes is challenging. And I'm wondering, if you can manage your own life, how do you end up becoming a VC or a dean or a pro VC?
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yes, and you realize that in some places, Ghana, it's not as much in terms of political influence. There are some countries that vice chancellors are appointed by the minister for education, for example.
Or over 10. I don't like this one.
Exactly. And when you have that system, then you know quality is out of the door.
Indeed.
You know, so systems, universities have to be so independent and have a robust system for choosing leaders. If the leadership selection process is completely merit-based, then you have the change that we want.
And the quality of those who do the selection too must also be top-notch.
Exactly.
Because if you have an Awandari on the panel, you know quality will matter.
Exactly.
But if you have a Kofi Minta Kumbombo on the panel who hasn't achieved anything anyway, how can you get a quality output from that process?
Exactly.
So it is
very
incongruous. It won't work.
Yes. So we need robust systems. And government should get out of the business of trying to influence how university leaders are chosen.
It will help a lot.
Yes, you need to
you get good merit and good quality leading the institutions, not party apparatchiks.
Exactly. If you are a government or a minister, what you should be insisting on is a fully merit-based system.
That's right.
So that when they choose a leader, everybody's like, wow.
This is world class.
This guy,
this
guy is world class.
Yes.
This guy has been through it, has done it.
Absolutely.
This guy has a track record.
Absolutely.
And
there's
hope for the institution.
There is hope.
Yes. This is very, very important.
You could, Professor Wandari, this has been the best show ever. He said, if you get the best quality at the top, then there's hope for them. On that hopeful note, I want to thank you for joining us on this hope-filled version of Titans and Trailblazers, where we say that for Africa, for the hope to continue and thrive, we need good quality at various levels of leadership. Thank you for coming, sir. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Next on Titans and Trailblazers.
Prof.
Absolutely,
Prof,
sir.
you are the one.
Very good
Ask
to have
me
you,
why. Prof, you are the one. Ask me why.
Please tell us why I am the one.
Prof, you see, a lot of academics and researchers speak about marketing, but when they talk, they make it sound so intellectual and very far away. But when my prof breaks down marketing, you will think he did an internship in Medina Market.
Yes, sir.
When my boss breaks down marketing, you will think he runs night shift in Malata Market.
You see,
and let me tell you what even killed me. When you started talking about customer service or customer experience, a lot of people don't even know that marketing is broad enough to even encompass customer experience.
Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.